Welcome to Narayana Online TV classes. This is chemistry faculty before you. Today we are going to discuss about the 10th class carbon and its compounds. So our topic is carbon and its compounds. How can we define the carbon compounds? So the compounds of the carbon except carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, carbonates and bicarbonates are known as the carbon compounds. Once again I am repeating the definition. The compounds of the carbon except carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, carbonates, metal carbonates and metal hydrogen carbonates, and the remaining compounds of carbon are known as the carbon compounds. Suppose see here, if you take the ethane formula C2H6, benzene formula C6H6, suppose ethyne formula C2H2. So all these compounds comes under the carbon compounds. These compounds we will not consider as a carbon compounds except these compounds, and the remaining all the compounds of the carbon are known as the carbon compounds. Now coming to here, nature of the carbon atom. What is the meaning of the nature of the carbon atom? Nothing but we have to discuss about is it metal or non-metal, what is the atomic number and electronic configuration, and what is the valency. All we will discuss here. So coming to here, carbon is a non-metal. Next, coming to the position of the carbon, it belongs to the second period and fourth A group or 14th group. So it belongs to the second period and 14th group, 14th or 4th A group. Now see here, atomic number of the carbon. Atomic number is 6. Coming to the electronic configuration of the carbon, 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. So what is the atomic number of carbon? 6. Electronic configuration, 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. So it is the K shell, it is the L shell. So in outermost how many electrons there? 4 electrons there. In outermost 4 electrons there. So how many electrons are shortage to the octet configuration? 4 electrons. So carbon always ready to form the 4 bonds. So we can say the valency of the carbon is 4. So coming to here, how many valence electrons there? 4. Now here, what is the valency of the carbon? Valency of the carbon is 4. Once again here, carbon is a non-metal. It belongs to the second period or 14th or 4th A group. Next one, atomic number 6. Electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. Now how many valence electrons there here? 4 valence electrons. What is the valency of the carbon? 4. What is the meaning of valency? The combining capacity of an element. The combining capacity of an element is known as the valency. So carbon able to form the 4 bonds. Now here, coming to the nature of the bonding in the carbon compounds. Coming to nature of the bonding in carbon compounds. Now see here, nature of bonding in carbon compounds. The meaning is here whether the carbon forms the ionic bond or covalent bond. So what is the valency of the carbon? 4. So carbon able to form the 4 bonds. Here question is whether it forms the ionic bond or covalent bond. So first we will discuss about the ionic bond. See here, in case of the ionic bond, the electrons are transferred from one atom to another atom. So the electrostatic force of attraction exists between the cation and anion. Now coming to here, carbon atomic number 6, configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. So in outermost how many electrons there? 4 electrons there. So whether it has to gain the 4 electrons, otherwise it has to lose the 4 electrons. If it gain the 4 electrons, see here, gain of 4 electrons, gain of 4 electrons. Then see here, carbon plus 4 electrons. Then C minus 4. So it is anion. Then coming to here, it is not possible. The reason is, how many protons are there in the carbon? 6 protons. Then how many electrons here? 10 electrons. That means here 6 protons and 10 electrons. 6 protons can't handle the 10 electrons. And one more thing, there is a repulsion between the electrons. That's why carbon can't gain the 4 electrons. Next one, loss of the 4 electrons. Loss of the 4 electrons. Now coming to here, if carbon lost the 4 electrons, then it requires the plus 4 charge. If it gains the 4 electrons, okay, it gets the neon configuration. It lost the 4 electrons, it gets the helium configuration. So the loss of the 4 electron not possible. As the positive charge increases, size of the ion decreases. More energy required to remove the electrons. So that much amount of energy not available with the carbon. So formation of the C4 also not possible. Once I am repeating here, in case of the ionic bond, the bond formed between the cation and anion, nothing but it is electrostatic force of attraction. So whether it has to form the cation or anion, if it form the cation, it has to be lost the 4 electrons. It's not possible. Here what is the configuration? Helium configuration. It gains the 4 electrons. Then it acquires the ion configuration. So gain of the 4 electrons not possible because 6 protons can't handle the 10 electrons. And here loss of the 4 electrons. Here it getting the helium configuration. Coming to here, to remove the electron, energy required. That we will say ionization energy. As the positive charge increases, size of the ion or atom decreases. That much energy not available with carbon. So formation of cation and anion not possible. So clearly we can say carbon do not form the ionic bond. Carbon do not form the ionic bond. So next, what is another option for us? Covalent bond. How the covalent bond is formed? By sharing of the electrons between the 2 or more atoms. So always see here, always carbon forms the covalent bonds. Covalent bonds. So here carbon do not form the ionic bonds. That already we discussed here. So always the carbon form the covalent bonds by sharing of the electrons with same atoms or other atoms. So here carbon forms the always covalent bonds. That means sharing of electrons with other atoms. So see here, carbon forms the 4 single bonds. 4 single bonds with the same atom or different atoms. Different atoms. Now see here example methane. Then if you write the structure of the methane, 4 hydrogen atoms, that will be 4 sigma bonds are single bonds. Now coming to the CH2 Cl bicarb. Then how can we write here? Carbon, 2 hydrogen, and one bond with bromine and bond with chlorine. So here what we can say, that means carbon can form the 4 bonds with the same atoms or with the different atoms also. Next, coming to here, one double bond and 2 sigma bonds. One double bond and 2 sigma bonds. Simply we can say in place of sigma bond what we can say? Single bonds. See here example, ethene formula C2H4. So here between the carbon atoms double bond there, and with the hydrogen single bonds. Take clear. Next one triple bond and one sigma bond. Now see here, if you take the ethyl, between the carbon atoms triple bond there and 2 hydrogen atoms. So take the carbon atom, one triple bond and single bonds. So these are the examples. So here covalent bond can be explained based on the valence bond theory. So here valence bond theory also failed to explain the equivalence of the bond. Nothing but all bonds are equal or not. So what I want to say here, suppose if you take the methane, coming to the atomic number of carbon 6, configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. So here in the s orbital 2 electrons, in the p orbitals total 3 p orbitals available, but here 2 electrons are there. This configuration we can call as a ground state electronic configuration. Ground state electronic configuration. In the excited state, 1 electron jumps to the p orbital. This configuration is called excited state electronic configuration. Why the electron jumping from s orbital to p orbital? The reason is, if the carbon atom involves in the bonding like this, it can able to form the only 2 bonds. That means, according to valence bond theory, the orbitals with single electron only involves in the overlapping. That's why one electron jumps to the s orbital to p orbital. Now we have total how many hydrogen there? 4 hydrogen. So it is s orbital. These are the 4 hydrogen there. Just I am giving the idea about the overlapping. See here, it is s orbital. It is px. It is the py. It is the pz. So each hydrogen atom, it has only one orbital, that is the s orbital. So overlapping, this overlapping is ss overlapping. Here overlapping is px and s overlapping, py and s overlapping, pz and s overlapping. That means if we take the methane, 4 bonds are there. 4 bonds are different. That means see here, this bond is formed due to the ss overlapping. This bond is formed due to the sp overlapping. This bond is formed due to the sp overlapping. This bond is formed due to the sp overlapping. That means 4 bonds should be different, and bond energy also should be different. Bond length also should be different. So according to our valence bond theory, but experimentally all the bonds are identical. All the bonds have the same bond energy. So that can be explained by the hybridization constant. Nothing but how the bonds are equivalent. How the 4 bonds are in a methane equivalent. So that we can explain based on the hybridization. Hybridization concept given by the Linus Pauling. Experimentally all the bonds are identical. So that can be explained based on the hybridization. See here, what is the hybridization? What is the hybridization? Hybridization nothing but the process of intermixing, or the phenomenon of intermixing of pure atomic orbitals of nearly same energy or approximately same energy, and can produce the new set of orbitals which are identical in size, shape and energy. Okay now, that phenomenon is known as the hybridization, and those orbitals are called hybrid orbitals. This hybridization concept given by the scientist Pauling. Okay now, Here carbon mainly exhibits the three kind of hybridization: sp3, sp2, sp hybridization. Carbon will not form the sp3d, sp3d2, sp3d3. The reason is d orbitals not available in the second orbit. In the second orbit only two orbitals available, s orbital and p orbitals. So d orbitals will not available, will not be present in the second orbit. So now coming to the sp hybridization. So one by one we will discuss now. Now see here, coming to the sp3 hybridization. So how can we define the sp3 hybridization? Intermixing of one s orbital and three p orbitals and can produce the 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals. So the number of hybrid orbitals are always equal to the number of orbitals are going to intermix. So we see here sp3 hybridization, combination of one s orbital and three p orbital, px, py and pz. So we can say sp3 hybridization, sp3 hybridization. As a result, we will get the 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals. 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals. These 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals orient tetrahedrally around the central atom, and the bond angle will be 109 degrees 28 minutes. Now coming to here example, methane. What is the example here? Methane. In case of the methane, carbon is the central atom. Atomic number of carbon 6. Configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. Now see here, in the s orbital 2 electrons there, p orbital 2 electrons there. This configuration we can say ground state electronic configuration. What we can say? Ground state electronic configuration. Next, in the excited state, one electron jump to the p orbitals. The reason is, in this condition, if it involves in the overlapping, that means during the hybridization, only two unpaired orbitals available. Unpaired electrons, two orbitals available. So only it can form the two bonds. In this condition, it can form the four bonds. So this configuration we can say excited state electronic configuration. Now see here, the intermixing of s orbital and three p orbitals and three p orbitals can give the sp3 hybridization. That means involves in the sp3 hybridization and can produce the 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals. 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals. That is, the number of hybrid orbitals is always equal to the number of orbitals are going to intermix. Now see here, around this carbon atom, the hybrid orbitals orients tetrahedrally. Okay, like this. Generally here, hybrid orbital denoted like this. One small group and big group, but according to our convenience, we can go like this. Next, each hybrid orbital have the one electron in each orbital. That means 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals there. In each hybrid orbital, one electron there. Now these hybrid orbitals orient tetrahedrally around the carbon. The bond angle is 109 degrees 28 minutes. Now coming to the remaining atoms, here formula is CH4. The remaining 4 hydrogen atoms are there. The 4 hydrogen atoms, hydrogen atomic number 1, configuration 1s1. So the electron present in the s orbital. So here s orbital of the hydrogen atom overlap with the hybrid orbital of the carbon atom. That means sp3 hybrid orbital of the carbon atom overlapping with s orbitals of the carbon atoms. Now see here. So as a result of the overlapping, sigma bonds are formed, nothing but single bonds. Here listen, always the hybrid orbitals can form the single bonds or sigma bonds. Now see here, carbon, hydrogen, 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 hydrogen. Now coming to here, bond angle is 109 degrees 28 minutes and the shape of the molecule is tetrahedral. Shape of the molecule is tetrahedral. That means the 4 hydrogen atoms are arranged carbon 4 carbons of the carbon atom. Now see here this model. Here carbon is black color is the carbon here. See here the remaining 3 atoms, 3 hydrogen atoms, 4 carbons, hydrogen atom, hydrogen atom, hydrogen, hydrogen. Okay now, like this. See here, hydrogen atom and 3 hydrogen atoms. So the bond angle between the any bond, okay now, any bond is always 109 degrees 28 minutes. So example to the methane molecule. So coming to the sp2 hybridization. Second one, sp2 hybridization. So what is the meaning of sp2 hybridization? Combination of an s orbital and 2 p orbitals can produce the 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals. The shape of the molecule will be trigonal planar. Bond angle will be 120 degrees. So here I am taking the example C2H4 ET. If you write the structure CH2 double bond CH2. Now see here, carbon atomic number 6, configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. So in the outermost 4 electrons there, in the s orbital 2 electrons, p orbitals 2 electrons. So this configuration we can call as a ground state electronic configuration. In the excited state, one electron jump from the s orbital to p orbital. So this we can say promotion of the electron. Generally, to jump the electron, energy requirement will be present. When the 2 atoms are approaching each other, there will be a force of attraction, otherwise force of repulsion between the 2 atoms. At a particular distance, instead of the force of repulsion, force of attraction exists. That means the potential energy of the 2 atoms will be decreases. That means energy liberates. That much amount of energy useful in the promotion of the electron from s orbital to the p orbital. So here excited state electronic configuration. So one s orbital and 2 p orbitals involves can give the 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals. That means one s orbital and 2 p orbitals undergoing the sp2 hybridization and can produce the 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals. Now coming to the carbon. Here total how many carbon atoms we have? 2 carbon atoms. Now here each carbon atom have the 3 hybrid orbitals. Each carbon atom have the 3 hybrid orbitals. Okay. Next, each carbon have the 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals with 1 electrons. Now 4 hydrogen there, so overlapping with the s orbital of hydrogen atom. Next, hydrogen atom, here hydrogen atom, and this bond is because of the sp2 have overlapping on. Next, this bond is due to the sp2 hybrid orbital and s orbital. sp2 hybrid orbital and s orbital. This bond is due to the sp2 hybrid orbital and s orbital. Similarly, here also sp2 hybrid orbital and s orbital. But the valency of the carbon not satisfied, because around the each carbon only 3 sigma bonds there. 3 sigma bonds there. Now see here, this orbital, this p-z orbital is the unhybrid orbital, pure atomic orbitals. So see here, what is the shape of the pure atomic orbital? dumbbell shape. So they are parallel to each other. So they can form the pi bond due to the sidewise overlapping or lateral overlapping. Pi bond we will get. So C double bond, C carbon hydrogen, carbon hydrogen. So the bond angle is 120 degrees. Bond angle is 120 degrees and geometry is trigonal planar. Now see here like this. Carbon atom and carbon atom. These two are the hydrogen. These two are the hydrogen. Between the two carbon atoms, double bond is present. Next third one, sp hybridization. sp hybridization. Now see here, combination of one s orbital and one p orbital. So as a result, we get the two sp hybrid orbitals. So the bond angle will be 180 degrees and the shape of the molecule will be linear shape. So here take the example C2H2. Nothing but CH triple bond CH. Now see here carbon atomic number 6. Configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. That means here in the s orbital 2 electrons. In the p orbital 2 electrons. This configuration we can say ground state electronic configuration. The s orbital, the px, the py and pz. In the excited state, one electron jump from s orbital to p orbital. This configuration we can call as a excited state electronic configuration. Here only combination of an s orbital and one p orbital. Okay, now they can produce the two sp hybrid orbitals. See here, these two orbitals are called as the unhybrid orbitals. What we can say? Unhybrid orbitals or pure atomic orbitals. So during the hybridization, the two hybrid orbitals orients linearly around the carbon atom. That means, suppose it is first carbon, it is the second carbon. First hybrid orbital having one electron, second hybrid orbital, next two. Hybrid orbital this carbon atom and next three. See here. So this bond is formed end-on-end overlapping. This bond is formed because of the end-on-end overlapping of two sp hybrid orbitals of two carbon atom. Next coming to here, this bond is formed because of the hydrogen s orbital. How many hydrogen there here? Two hydrogen. So electron present in the s orbital. So s orbital of hydrogen atom overlapping sp hybrid orbital of the carbon atom. Similarly here also sp and s overlapping. As a result, around the each carbon atom now we have the only two sigma bonds. But the valence of the carbon not satisfied. So each and every carbon have the two unhybrid atomic orbitals. So two p orbitals there. What is the shape of the p orbital? Dumbbell shape. So it is the py, it is the pz. And another carbon py and pz. Each orbital having the one electron, that means unpaired electrons or single electrons. Now coming to here, these are parallel to each other. So which type of overlapping takes place? Sidewise or lateral overlapping takes place. As a result, what we will get? Pi bond formation we will get. See here, py and py. Next to p.